Hey everybody, today we're going to learn a tune called Sail Away Ladies. This is pretty closely related to another tune called Sally Ann, so if you're out there on YouTube or Spotify and you're looking at different versions of tunes, look up Sally Ann too. It's going to be quite a lot like this, sometimes done in a different key though. At any rate, this is a beginning version of the tune. So if you're in the first book of Suzuki or the first book of the American Fiddle Method, this should be at about that pace. I'm going to work my way through the tune mostly by ear, playing one little phrase at a time and doing a lot of repetition and review. But I'm also going to be providing on-screen sheet music. So if you prefer to learn with sheet music, that's an option. If you'd like a copy of the complete sheet music, along with lesson notes and practice tracks that you can practice along with, just click on the link in the description and I'll send you those things. Also, if you'd like to set up a lesson either online or in person, you can contact me at ericonfiddle.com. That's ERIC on fiddle.com, and we can set something up. Hope you enjoy the tune. Thank you. First thing we should talk about is the key. We're in the key of G, and what does that mean? Well, it means that we're going to be using the same fingerings for this tune as we would use for a G major scale. So let's start by playing a G major scale from our lowest G, which is of course the G string, together. And let's kind of make note of where the fingers fall. Now, the first thing you might notice about this scale is that it's kind of symmetrical. On the lower two strings, we have a high 2, and on the upper two strings, we have a low 2. So each pair of strings, the G and the D and the A and the E, have repeated fingerings, let's say. So the one thing you want to keep in mind for this tune is that you can have a low 2 on the E string. The low 2 doesn't really come into play on the A string, but on the E string it does, and it does right away. And then on the lower two strings, we've got a high 2. Let's start with our pickup notes. We're starting on the E, open E to E1. And that's like a little step ladder into the tune. That takes us to the beginning. So the beginning is a low 2 on the E, then another, E3, E2, open E, A3. So I'll play that a few more times just for you to hear it, and then let's play it together. Again, just for listening. Now let's play it together. Again. One more time. Move on to the next phrase or to the next measure. That's pretty easy. We have this long, short bow pattern that you're going to see a lot of in this tune. Sometimes it's called the Nashville Shuffle. Long, short, long, short. Here we have all E's except for the last note. So I'll play it one more time for you to hear, and then we'll play it together. Together. One more time. Let's do another measure here, and then maybe we'll do some review. So next measure, we're starting again on low E2 to the E3, back to E2, open A1. So that phrase is. One more time for listening. Now let's play it together. together again. And let's look at the next measure, and then let's do a review of everything we've done so far. So we see this shuffle pattern again. We're going to do an A3, and then a long note, it's a half note on the same note. Pretty easy, all the same note, just different denominations. Let's play that together. Long, short, short, long. Now I'm going to go back and review from the beginning. Now, if you don't feel like you have each little phrase I've taught along the way here yet, that's par for the course. Just do your best. Try to get as many of the notes as you can, and we're going to be doing plenty of review as we go along. So just do your best. Again, from the beginning. One more time, review. Okay, let's look at the next measure. We have an open E, A3, A1, open A, D3. Those are our notes, and this is what it sounds like. Now let's play it together. Keep those eighth notes nice and short, choppy. One more time together. Next measure. So here we have another one of these shuffle patterns, that long, short, short. Starting on an open A, another A, A1, back to A. So all A notes except for the second to last note of the measure. So that sounds like this. Let's play it together. Long, short. And then keep those, keep those eighth notes kind of choppy. One more time together. Next measure. So we have an A1, another A1, both quarter notes. Open A, D3, D1. Now let's play it together. Again. One more time. One more time. Last measure of the A section. Again, you see a lot of shuffle here. We've got on the D3, we've got long, short, short, long, and then A1 to A3. Long, short, short, long, 1, 3. Now let's play it together. One more time. Now let's do a little bit of review here. Let's take it from measure 5. So this phrase. together. One more time from the same spot, measure 5. Now let's do some review from the top, from the very beginning, and do this whole section together. 1, 2, 3. That takes us to the B section. If you look ahead in the sheet music, you'll see that this is kind of a short section, just 4 measures. I'm going to repeat it, so for a total of 8 measures. Let's start with that first measure of the B section, starting on an open E, A3, 1, O, D3. So that's... One more time for listening. Now let's do it together. One more time. Together. Next measure. This next one's pretty easy. I don't think it's going to give you too much trouble. It's all open A's in a shuffle pattern. But since it's kind of easy, let's try introducing another element to it. I'd like you to try accenting the first eighth note of every pair of eighth notes. So the first short of every short. So the first time you accent it, you're going to be doing it on a down bow, and the second time you're going to be doing it on an up bow. This is very typical of the shuffle pattern. We want to accent the second and the fourth beat, what's sometimes called the back beat or the chop beat. Let's just practice that together. Again. And the accent can be pretty subtle. You don't really have to speed up the bow or really bear down on the bow that much. Just give it a little bit of acceleration as you hit that note, it being the bow. Now let's look at measure 11. We start off with 2 quarter notes, A1, open A, then to D, the D string, 3, 1, 2. Let's just go ahead and add the last measure since it's pretty easy. 3, 3, 3, 3. So that whole phrase is... And let's add our pickup notes. These will send us back, in the first ending, they'll send us back to the beginning of the B section. So I'll extend that phrase just a little bit. Long, short, short, long, pick up. So let's do it together. Pick up. One more time together. Let's review the whole B section together. That's the whole B section with repeats. Let's do it again. Okay, now let's do a review of the whole tune from the beginning with including repeats.